The Ark of the Covenant is one of the most mysterious artifacts in human history. The Ark, a revered wooden chest adorned with gold, has been missing since 587 BC, captivating the minds of historians and biblical scholars for countless generations. Now, scientists from the Antarctic research community have stumbled upon this mysterious artifact within a hidden location in Antarctica. The shocking circumstances surrounding the Ark's discovery raise intriguing questions about the politics and mysteries that led to its placement there. How did the Ark of the Covenant get into Antarctica, and who will be in charge now that it has been found? Join us as we explore how scientists found the Ark of the Covenant in Antarctica. The Ark of the Covenant, a sacred relic cherished by Jewish and Christian communities, holds immense historical significance. This extraordinary artifact is believed to have been constructed during the time of Moses and the Israelites in the Old Testament. According to biblical accounts, the Ark had supernatural powers and was associated with miraculous events, such as the parting of the Red Sea and the crumbling of the walls of Jericho. For centuries, the story of the Ark has captivated people around the world. Despite its disappearance in 587 BC, historians, archaeologists, and treasure hunters have tirelessly searched for this elusive treasure, but sadly, without success. Now, an exciting development has emerged. A group of scientists from the Antarctic research community have discovered the long-lost Ark of the Covenant. Alongside the Ark, they have also found what appears to be a copper scroll, which provides insights into the journey and political circumstances that led to its newfound location in Antarctica. This groundbreaking discovery has sparked renewed interest and excitement among the billions of people for whom the Ark holds great religious importance. The discovery not only offers the possibility of unraveling the mysteries of the Ark's mysterious disappearance, but also sheds light on the historical and cultural significance of this remarkable artifact. The story of the Ark of the Covenant continues to fascinate us, and this recent development opens up a new chapter in its enduring tale. But to start this fascinating journey, let's first explore some important contexts. The Ark of the Covenant, a legendary artifact with a magnificent gilded case, was constructed by the Israelites approximately 3,000 years ago to house the stone tablets upon which God inscribed the Ten Commandments. This extraordinary religious relic held immense significance as a symbol of faith and the very presence of God. It was not a mere chest, but a grand creation comparable in size to a seaman's chest from the 19th century. Throughout history, scholars and archaeologists have tirelessly sought to uncover the location and recover the Bible's most sacred objects, with the Ark of the Covenant standing as the ultimate prize, fervently pursued but persistently elusive. Until now. Crafted from wood and overlaid with a layer of gold, the Ark of the Covenant was adorned with two majestic golden angels atop its surface. Two poles were inserted through rings on each side of the Ark to aid transportation. According to accounts in the Old Testament, the Ark was linked to several miracles. During the Israelites' journey to the Promised Land, its presence cleared obstacles and shielded them from venomous creatures along their path. When the Israelites arrived at the Jordan River, the moment the Ark-bearers stepped into the water, the river miraculously ceased to flow, allowing a safe passage into the Promised Land. During the siege of Jericho, the Israelites carried the Ark around the city for an entire week, accompanied by the sound of trumpets. On the seventh day, the walls of Jericho crumbled, leading to a decisive victory. The Ark of the Covenant held immense significance due to its contents. Within its sacred confines resided the stone tablets bearing the Ten Commandments, a pot of manna, and Aaron's rod. These items represented the covenant that God had established with the children of Israel through Moses. God bestowed upon them his laws, promising blessings for generations if they obeyed, but warning of punishment and dispersion if they disobeyed. In order to symbolize this covenant, God instructed Moses to construct the ark using acacia wood overlaid with gold, resulting in a beautiful and sacred object. Initially kept in the inner sanctum of the tabernacle in the desert, the ark was later housed in the temple in Jerusalem. It possessed immense power and served as a constant reminder of God's presence and the importance of obedience to his laws. The ark tangibly embodied the promises and warnings given to the Israelites, bearing testament to the faith and miracles that shaped their journey. The recent discovery of the ark in Antarctica has ignited a renewed sense of awe and excitement among both religious and scientific communities. Keep watching, as we will get into that in a moment. But let's track the early journey of this magnificent relic from centuries ago. What is the significance of the ark's journey and the symbolism associated with it? The Ark of the Covenant, unlike the statues of other gods worshipped by the Israelites, held a unique religious significance as a place where the people could meet with God. When the priests were present, God's presence would hover over the ark, and even when the priests were absent, the presence of the law tablets inside the ark reflected God's presence. That's why it was called the Ark of the Covenant, as it contained the commandments written on the tablets. The Ark of the Covenant was a sacred and symbolic place where the Israelites felt the presence of God. It represented the covenant between God and his people and served as a reminder of their responsibilities and commitment to follow his commandments. The 10 Commandments were more than just a list of rules. They embodied God's character and his desires for his people. They were a powerful manifestation of his love, justice, holiness, and faithfulness. God wanted his people to embrace these qualities in their relationship with him and with others. The Ark of the Covenant served as a constant reminder to the Israelites that they were chosen by God to be a special and holy nation, a kingdom of priests. It symbolized the essence of the 10 Commandments. The Ark of the Covenant was usually kept behind a curtain or veil within the tabernacle. This veil, made of blue, purple, and scarlet yarns, was supported by 4 pillars of acacia wood overlaid with gold. It hung from golden hooks on silver bases. The veil served as a separation between the holy place and the most holy place, where the ark and the mercy seat, representing God's presence, were located. This veil held great significance, even in the New Testament. When Jesus died on the cross, an extraordinary event occurred. The curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. Mark 15:37-38. This tearing of the veil symbolized the newfound access to God through the sacrifice of Jesus. Due to its sacred nature, the ark was not accessible to everyone. Only a select few were allowed to touch or even come close to it. It was kept in a special tent called the tabernacle, which was designed by God and constructed by skilled craftsmen. Only the Levites, the designated priestly tribe, had the privilege of carrying the ark and ministering in the tabernacle. The tabernacle also had an innermost chamber called the Holy of Holies, where the ark was placed. Only the high priest had permission to enter this sacred space, and even he could do so only once a year on the Day of Atonement. During the centuries of being missing, several theories were proposed to point us to where the Ark of the Covenant was or what it was about. Let's now look at the most audacious theories. What are the theories explaining the mystery behind the Ark? The Ark of the Covenant, as described in the Bible, had extraordinary power and was regarded as both formidable and dangerous. It was required to be kept at a considerable distance of 2,000 cubits, equivalent to half a mile, from the Israelite encampment. Merely touching the ark would result in immediate death, and those unlucky enough to come into contact with it would suffer excruciating agony. However, upon closer examination of the ark's biblical depiction, including its construction, appearance, sound, and lethal effects, it becomes apparent that its nature may not be paranormal or supernatural, but rather that of advanced technology. Various theories propose that the Ark of the Covenant could have been a remarkable technological device. One such theory suggests that it functioned as an electrical capacitor. Capacitors are typically constructed by placing two conductive plates in parallel with a non-conductive material, known as the dielectric, positioned between them. The Ark seems to have been constructed similarly, with the box coated in gold on its interior and exterior surfaces. Gold, being an excellent conductor of electricity, would have facilitated the storage and discharge of electrical energy. According to this theory, the ark may have been capable of generating lightning or electric shocks, which would have been perceived as manifestations of divine power. This could potentially explain the tragic fate of Uzzah, the man who met his demise when he attempted to steady the ark and was seemingly electrocuted. Considering this technological interpretation, the Ark of the Covenant emerges as an awe-inspiring and revolutionary creation. Its ability to harness and manipulate electricity would have been unprecedented during the time of its existence. The Ark, with its intricate design and carefully selected materials, may have represented a remarkable feat of engineering and scientific understanding. The implications of such a device being in possession of the ancient Israelites are profound. If the Ark indeed harnessed advanced technology, it would have given the Israelites a significant advantage, both practically and symbolically. Its power would have instilled fear and reverence among their enemies, solidifying their belief in the supremacy of their God. Another fascinating theory proposes that the Ark of the Covenant was not only a machine, but also a means of communication with God. The Bible states, "And there I will meet with thee, and I will speak with thee from above the ark cover, from between the two cherubim which are upon the ark of the testimony." According to this theory, the cherubim on the lid of the ark may have functioned as antennas, providing a large surface area for the conversion of electrical energy into radio waves. The gold coating would have facilitated the efficient transmission of these waves. Furthermore, some suggest that the ark utilized nuclear power, potentially containing radioactive materials like uranium. When uranium undergoes nuclear fission, it releases an immense amount of energy in the form of heat, light, and radiation, which could be harnessed to power various devices or even weapons. The account of Jericho's walls crumbling is said to have been caused by the sound of trumpets and the presence of the ark. According to this theory, the ark may have contained a radioactive substance that reacted to sound waves, resulting in the destruction of the walls. Additionally, the priests who carried the ark were required to wear metallic breastplates and aprons, similar to the lead blankets used for protection during X-rays. These metal garments may have acted as a shield against radiation exposure. Moreover, whenever a priest approached the ark, a rope was tied around his leg. This precaution was taken in case the priest died while in the presence of the ark, allowing for his body to be safely removed. Further evidence of the ark's potential radioactivity is found in the book of Samuel. During a battle between the Philistines and Israelites, the Israelites brought out the Ark of the Covenant, believing it would provide divine protection and guarantee victory. However, God did not command this, and the Ark did not bring about the desired outcome. Instead, the Philistines emerged victorious and took the Ark to their city, Ashdod. As soon as the Ark arrived, the inhabitants developed painful tumors and experienced great discomfort. This description bears similarities to radiation burns and radiation sickness. The Philistines attributed these afflictions to a curse associated with the ark and subsequently moved it to other cities, Gath and Ekron. Yet the ailments persisted. Finally, the Philistines returned the ark to the Israelites, accompanied by gold and incense, acknowledging its potency and desiring its removal from their lands. When the ark was transported, it was housed in a portable sanctuary known as the Tabernacle, a sophisticated tent made of woven fabrics and adorned with gold. The ark was always shrouded, as it was considered too dangerous to be gazed upon directly. Upon its return from the Philistines, some individuals succumbed to curiosity and looked inside the ark against divine instructions. As a consequence, 70 of them were struck down by the Lord. Where is the Ark of Covenant? During a period of peace and stability, the Israelites revered the Ark of the Covenant as a powerful symbol of their covenant with God and their unwavering faith. Eventually, the Ark was relocated to Jerusalem, where a magnificent temple was constructed to house it. Placed within the Holy of Holies, the innermost chamber of the temple, the Ark remained there for over 3 centuries, playing a central role in the religious life of the Israelites. However, one day it vanished without a trace. The year was 587 BC, and the city of Jerusalem had succumbed to a relentless 30-month siege by the Babylonian army. In the aftermath, the victorious Babylonians ransacked the treasures of the temple and razed the sacred building to the ground. Intriguingly, while the Babylonians meticulously documented their spoils, the Ark of the Covenant was conspicuously absent from their list. This enigmatic disappearance from historical records has fueled speculation regarding the Ark's fate. If the Babylonians did not take it, then who did? And where could it be today? Some individuals believe that the elusive answers lie within the infamous Copper Scroll. Discovered among the Dead Sea Scrolls, the majority of which were composed of papyrus and contained religious narratives outside of the Bible, the Copper Scroll stood apart. Crafted from copper, it contained something entirely different. According to a researcher named Jim Barfield, the Copper Scroll is not a biblical narrative, but rather a set of instructions for locating treasures from Solomon's temple, potentially including the Ark of the Covenant. Barfield postulates that during the Babylonian attack, the treasures of Solomon's temple were surreptitiously removed from the city. Among these treasures, he theorizes, was the Ark of the Covenant. The Book of 2 Maccabees suggests that the prophet Jeremiah may have been responsible for this stealthy relocation. Beneath the Temple Mount lies an extensive network of tunnels, though despite extensive explorations, no tunnel serving as an escape route from the temple has ever been found. However, in 2007, this changed when a previously unknown tunnel was unearthed, stretching from the Temple Mount to the Kidron Valley, well beyond the city limits. Considering this new discovery, it is conceivable that the Ark of the Covenant could have been transported to a town called Qumran, coincidentally the same location where the Dead Sea Scrolls were discovered. The Copper Scroll enumerates 64 potential hiding places for treasures in and around Qumran. One particular site is described as having steps east 40 cubits long, beneath which lies over 1,000 pounds of silver. Remarkably, Barfield claims to have found these steps. Furthermore, he identified another location mentioned in the scroll, which depicts a well and courtyard. Buried beneath this courtyard, according to the scroll, rests an astounding 33 tons of polished gold. Barfield successfully located the courtyard and the well. Eager to excavate these sites, Barfield sought permission from the local authorities. Unfortunately, his requests were denied. Undeterred, he returned to the locations armed with a metal detector specifically calibrated to detect gold and silver. As he neared the designated areas, the metal detector went haywire, reinforcing his belief in the presence of substantial precious metals. Once again, Barfield petitioned for permission to dig, but he was met with refusal. Unwavering in his conviction, Barfield firmly believed that a third site, potentially containing even greater treasures, including the Ark of the Covenant, awaited discovery. Using the first two locations as reference points, he drew a straight line leading to a cave nestled within a nearby hill. The entrance to this cave appeared deliberately sealed shut, a tantalizing clue. Barfield collected a sample of the stone from the cave's entrance and had it analyzed in a laboratory. The results were intriguing, revealing that the stone was composed of man-made mortar, consistent with the common mixture and formula of the time. The question remained, why would someone seal a seemingly random hill with concrete? When Barfield took the metal detector to the sealed cave, it registered a significantly higher metal reading compared to the detection at Qumran. This discovery further solidified Barfield's conviction that this cave was the long-sought location of the Ark of the Covenant. However, despite the compelling evidence, permission to conduct a thorough excavation has not been granted to this day. Nevertheless, many historians specializing in the Ark firmly believe that if the Ark was not at Qumran, it is unlikely to be present there anymore. According to some Ark historians, an intriguing theory suggests that the Ark may have been taken by a Catholic military order known as the Poor Fellow Soldiers of Christ and of the Temple of Solomon, more commonly referred to as the Knights Templar. During the Crusades, a new Catholic military order emerged, the Knights Templar. Right from their inception, the Templars were known for their secrecy, mysterious practices, and astute handling of finance and politics. They managed to convince both the Pope and the city leaders of Jerusalem that they would safeguard Christian pilgrims undertaking the sacred journey to the Holy City. However, once the Knights Templar established their headquarters on the Temple Mount, they commenced extensive digging activities. Their primary objective was not to unearth treasures, but rather to locate religious relics, with the ultimate prize being the Ark of the Covenant. The Templars were renowned for their utilization of caves and tunnels. Interestingly, a recent discovery within a cave system called Zedekiah's Cave unveiled a structure believed to be a guardhouse constructed to defend the Knights Templar should they need to make an escape. Legend has it that the Templars did in fact find the Ark and transported it to their European headquarters in France, the famous Chartres Cathedral, where it reportedly remained for several centuries. By the 14th century, the Knights Templar had lost much of their military power but had accumulated substantial wealth through their banking practices. King Philip of France found himself deeply indebted to the Templars and, in 1307, successfully convinced the Pope to take action against the order and seize their assets. On October 13, 1307, the Knights Templar were declared outlaws, and anyone associated with the order was arrested, subjected to torture, and often executed. However, prior to this crackdown, the Templars had caught wind of the impending threat posed by King Philip and the Pope. Consequently, they relocated the Ark once again, this time to Scotland, where they found a sympathetic ally in King Robert the Bruce. Having been excommunicated by the Church, Robert the Bruce welcomed the Knights Templar and formed an alliance with the wealthy and influential Sinclair family. Together, they decided to construct a sanctuary to safeguard the Ark of the Covenant, Rosslyn Chapel. Numerous aspects of Rosslyn Chapel seem intertwined with the Ark and the Holy Land. The presence of Templar motifs and sculptures throughout the chapel's grounds, its layout mirroring the First Temple of Solomon, albeit on a smaller scale, and the existence of an inner Holy of Holies. It is believed that the Ark could have been kept within Rosslyn Chapel, far away from the political turmoil of Europe. However, as World War II broke out, the narrative took a different turn. After the war, the search continued. It's no secret that the Nazis had a curious obsession with the occult and religious artifacts. They embarked on a quest to find some legendary relics, like the Spear of Destiny. According to tales, this was the very spear that pierced Jesus' side during his crucifixion. The Nazis were also in search of the Holy Grail, the cup Jesus used during the Last Supper, and the Shroud of Turin, the cloth that wrapped Jesus' body after his crucifixion. Now let's not forget the menorah, a 7-branched candelabrum that was believed to be created during the Exodus. The Germans had their eyes set on it too. They conducted extensive archaeological digs when they conquered France, including at Chartres Cathedral and other suspected locations. But here's an exciting twist. When France fell, President Roosevelt of the United States made arrangements to move the contents of Rosslyn Chapel to the Americas, where they could be better protected. And guess where the Ark of the Covenant was sent? Scotland to New Scotland, also known as Nova Scotia, more specifically, Oak Island. Now keep in mind that this is all part of a legend. Oak Island is shrouded in mystery, with a complex network of caves and tunnels that nobody knows for sure who constructed or what secrets they hold. Some believe the Ark might have ended up in Rome, where it sits on one of the 50 miles of shelves in the Vatican's secret archives. Others claim it could be buried on Mount Nebo in Jordan, where Moses passed away. And there's even an Irish legend suggesting that the prophet Jeremiah brought the Ark to Ireland, where it now resides in a hidden chamber beneath the hill of Tara. Alternatively, some believe Jeremiah took the Ark to Egypt and it's now concealed in a secret chamber beneath the Sphinx. But here's the intriguing part. Evidence suggests that the Ark might not be hidden away in a cave, tomb, or secret chamber at all. In fact, it might not be hidden at all. For centuries, rumors have circulated about a mysterious location where the Ark of the Covenant is said to be resting. And believe it or not, that unlikely place is Antarctica. Recently, a team of scientists has claimed to have discovered this historical relic. Now the big question arises: who will take control of it? Thanks for watching another episode of Beyond Discovery. While you're still here, click on the other videos you see on your screen right now.